for those who don't know, Kanye recently went on a rant on Twitter about his masters from Sony, all his different contracts and such, how he doesn't own his masters. He wants his masters. They won't give him his masters. And how he's fighting for his masters for the game, man, for everybody. A little bit for everyone here, man. It got pretty intense. He was really talking about how he wants his kids to own his masters. He's trying to buy his shit and they won't tell him because he can afford it. He's doing this shit for J. Cole. He's doing this shit for Drake. He's doing this shit for Kendrick. He's doing this shit for everybody. He said he the Nat Turner of this shit. He was really getting his back. He dropped his contracts. He literally posted his contract on the internet so motherfuckers could see his shit.
And how much he was getting paid.
Yeah, and like the way shit was going down, the way his contracts were negotiated, all that shit.
I have nothing bad to say about this.
Yeah, he posted over 10 pages of his contracts.
This is well over 10 pages.
Yeah, like nigga was really getting in his bag about this shit, man.
Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this. I'm in support of this.
And a lot of other artists are too. Trippie Redd has been with them on this. Big Sean is with them. Even Hit Boy. Hit Boy put out a post saying, yo, I don't fuck with Ye on a personal level ever since he said he stopped working with me because I work with Beyonce and Jay-Z, blah, blah, blah. However, this nigga's speaking some facts right now. I'm on this shit with him. I'm one of the top selling producers on Universal, blah, blah, blah. I produced 10 songs on the #1 album in the country right now. By the way, shout out to Big Sean, Detroit 2. That's the #1 album in the country. Hit Boy was like, yeah, like, I need my shit. Like, y'all are trying to gatekeep. This is my music. This is my shit. Hit Boy was like, I've showed 3 different lawyers my shit, and they've all said, yo, this is the worst producer contract we've ever seen. And he's been locked in it since he's 19. Nigga's 33 now.
Damn.
Like, shit is wild.
How long is he signed for, though?
I don't know.
He signed that life.
Yeah, man. Like, there are some fucked up music contracts out, and motherfuckers are really trying to get out of them. That shit is crazy, man. Like, Kanye is really the pioneer of this shit right now. He's really trying to make sure that everybody's blessed, everybody's getting their shit.
I don't like that he can't buy his masters, though. It feels like that would be like the final thing of saying, like, I'm kind of through with you niggas, is let me own all the stuff that I made.
That's what he said.
And they were like, no.
They won't tell him how much because he's like, they won't tell me how much because I can afford it yet. During his Twitter rant, he said, yo, I'm the second richest black man in America.
Who's the first?
Yeah, he didn't say.
Tyler Perry?
I don't know. But
I don't know. I doubt.
He just said it. Like,
is Tyler Perry a billionaire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just in his bag about some shit. You know how it goes. But I don't even know if it's true, but it don't matter. He can get the shit off because niggas a fucking billionaire.
I'm trying to think about who
I think they just fucked up because he can buy his shit. He can get his contracts. He can do all this shit. And they just don't want to let him do it because he's fucking Kanye West. Like, I'm Kanye West. I want my shit. I want my kids to be set. And no, you can't do it.
Wait, does Kanye have more money than Oprah?
Probably.
No.
I don't know. I don't think Oprah.
It says Oprah's at 2.9 billion. Ye's at 3.6 or something.
Yeah, Ye's at 3.6 right now.
That's not important right now. But the important thing is, I like what he's doing because he's really trying to pioneer and fix this shit for all the artists out there. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye has always been a light in the darkness.
This Kanye is old Kanye, that the shit he used to do. You know what I'm saying? This is George Bush don't care about black people Kanye.
He was right.
Where he's really getting in his bag on some shit. And what can you say bad about this? People can say that this is a manic episode, but I think that this is all calculated. Kanye is going through
a lot of his manic episodes are him ranting about shit going on in his life. And this might be a big part of what he's doing right now.
This specifically seems very different from the other ones to me. Like, you can kind of tell the difference between the two, I feel like. Mm-hmm. Because Kanye has always had a manic personality.
Yeah.
So it can be misconstrued either way. But to me, this seems like he's really getting in his bag about some shit that he really believes in, and he's really choosing to do this shit correctly.
Yeah, he's fighting a battle against, a big corporation that everybody is seen as the big bad wolf, and he's exposing them.
Exposing them 100%. This nigga even went as far as to post the phone number of, I think the nigga's name's like Randall Forbes or whatever. The nigga from Forbes list, the main nigga. He posted his number and got his Twitter blocked for like 24 hours or whatever. Yeah,
Damn.
he posted that shit, got his shit taken down or whatever. Once he got his shit back, he was like, fuck it, right back to it. Like, we still on this shit. Like, we're still making sure niggas get their shit because this shit is important. This shit is slavery. He was like, I need to get J. Cole on the phone right now. I need to get Drake on the phone right now. I need to get Kendrick on the phone right now. Like, we all need to have a discussion so we can fix this shit. And he was like, I'm not putting out no more music till I get my masters. He was like, Sony, you're getting no more music from me till I get my masters. And that's that.
I gotta respect it, man.
And they can't do shit about it.
He gotta stand his ground, though.
Yeah.
I just think it's so fucked up because it's like, when you think about how much like an artist is making, they're really making like the lower end of everything they do.
They're making nothing.
Compared to like what the company is taking. The company is like, we'll take this. Here's a little slice of cheese for you. We'll take this. Like, imagine how much Drake has recouped for his label.
Kanye has easily made Sony 10 figures. Easily 10 plus figures. Like, and there's nothing.
And he'll
he
never
can do about that
see
shit.
the number over 1 billion.
Well, not never.
Well, I'm saying
he does.
He'll never see like a big portion of that money. He's never going to see that.
We don't know. He might
No,
be able to do
it's
it.
written in stone, bro.
He might be able to do it.
He's not getting that money. The money they've already stolen from him, he's not getting.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if there is an artist strike, that could do because at the end of the day,
If nobody's getting shit new, everybody's gonna be living.
there's nothing they can do without the creatives. You know what I'm saying? Without the people who are making it, without the artists, without the creators of the shit, there's nothing they can do. While there is always the argument there's somebody who's ready to try and take that spot, it's tough to do that when everybody else is standing strong. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, obviously, if you're still dropping music, you're clearly like, why are you not with the cause? It's like, we're only trying to help you.
Like, there'll always be a person who won't give a fuck, but that person's going to be shunned in a sense. If Drake stopped making music, J. Cole stopped making music, Kendrick, Big Sean, Ye, Jay, Taylor Swift. Like,
they don't even have to stop making music, essentially. What they have to do is just put a pause
music.
on releasing
Yeah,
it.
that's what
and
I'm
I
saying.
feel like that would do so much more if like niggas could see that all the music people who are working together on this are still sharing their music amongst each other. Like, oh, here's this. Maybe they leak some songs. They're not dropping them the usual way. The companies aren't recouping money off of this shit, and they're getting robbed. They're just getting robbed blind. That would be fantastic.
Like, if artists were able to just drop music the way that if we could get the SoundCloud era back.
Oh my god,
that was the best era of
was
music.
So bust.
That was the best era of music to me, man. When big artists were really using SoundCloud, that shit was great. When Drake would just drop shit on SoundCloud just because he felt like it. That's crazy. But now their contracts are changed because they realized artists were doing this shit and they couldn't profit off of it. Like Uzi dropped EXO Tour Life on SoundCloud, and the label's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
but imagine, like, he had no clue that would be his biggest hit.
Yeah.
He had no clue when he was sitting there recording that shit, like, all my friends are dead.
And then the label was like, yo, whenever y'all drop some shit on SoundCloud, we need a piece of that because we can't just be having this shit go on.
But
like
now, like, I feel like SoundCloud has kind of bent its will a little bit. But, like, when you are listening to that type of music, you have to have a SoundCloud premium account.
Yeah.
Which I think is the amazing thing about SoundCloud. They're like, yeah, if you want to listen to like super licensed music, you have to pay us. But if you want to listen to anybody who just drops music, for sure.
I just wanted to get to the point where artists don't have to go through so many gates and jump through so many hoops.
And they could just drop a song when they wanted.
That they deserve because it's theirs.
That is true.
It's theirs. Kanye's music is his. He made it. He did it. But he doesn't own it. North isn't going to see pieces of that.
I imagine it's going to be hard for him to find solidarity because
it hasn't been so far.
I don't know. He seems like the type of person to, as many friends he's made probably twice as many enemies, just based off the way his personality works.
But at the same point, this is something that almost
It's
all
not that
have
he's
to
doing
agree
for
with.
himself. He's not doing this shit for himself at all.
This industry is full of petty, phony niggas that'll hold that
Artists
old
have
wrongdoing
almost no
against them.
choice but to agree with it because it only benefits them.
Yeah,
there's
like,
literally
there's
no way
reason to
that
say
it
the
wouldn't
other
benefit
word.
him if he wins.
Nigga.
You see what I'm saying?
Niggas are petty.
I just can't see that going down. I don't like Kanye, so now I don't want things that I own.
I've seen it. I haven't seen it like because
just
I'm
don't
not
see it
on the
happening.
forefront of like these major artists, but I've seen
Yeah.
shit like this in personal lives and personal relationships. Niggas, if you slight a nigga, they're not gonna do this shit. Even if,
But
it
the
benefits
ones
them.
that matter,
they'll cut their nose to spite
Kanye
their
will be
face.
fine.
If he can get him, yeah.
He's it's been a day.
He's
He's already
who
grabbed
does he
multiple.
have?
There are hella niggas in his court already. Hit Boy's in his court. Trippie Redd's in his court. Big Sean's in his court. He said he finally got J. Cole's number. He said J. Cole sent him his number. Like, these are niggas who are really trying to band together
That's decent.
and get some shit done.
That's decent, but those names, they're not gonna make a dent. He's got to get bigger fish.
Fam, it's been a day.
It's been a day though.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
day, and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
got
Kanye
he's
West.
got one
We
of the.
gonna
And
see.
these are the ones who have tweeted publicly.
We gonna see.
Publicly. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people have probably hit him on the side?
Like,
A
yeah,
lot.
my label would fuck me up if I post this shit, but I agree with you. Like my label told me that if I post this shit, we're gonna have problems. But I fucks with you.
Time will tell.
Like, a lot of artists don't even have access to their own accounts.
That's far.
Like, a lot of artists don't even own their social media. Like, some niggas can't even post on their own behalf.
That is far.
Like, that's a thing that's written in motherfuckers' contracts. Like, yeah, we own your music, but we also own your social media.
We own the likeness of you. And that's the thing that kills me is like, how are you just gonna tell somebody like, yo, that's not yours?
And that, but what they prey
That's
off
who I
is
am.
they break off a piece, which doesn't seem like a piece at the time, because when they sign you, that's more money than you thought you'd ever see in your entire lifetime.
Right.
So you have to go along with it, because what the fuck else am I gonna do? Like, I have no choice. You know what I'm saying? Basically, they reel you in by offering you more money you've never seen in your life. So if we're sitting in this situation like we are right now, you know, working jobs, grinding every day, blah, 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 doing this to get to the dream, and they offer you like, okay, if you sign this contract, we'll give you $60 million. Okay, that's a lot for a starting contract. We'll give you $9 million. You're going to sign it. Like, you'll be like, damn,
But
this
a lot of
contract.
niggas signed for like way less. I feel like a lot of niggas signed for like 50 racks. You tell a nigga 50 racks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sign
it all
this
depends
deal.
on the label. If you're signed to Universal, you're getting at least $2 million. If you signed to Sony, you're getting at least $2 million.
No, they definitely signing niggas for a lot less because they're looking for niggas who aren't like on yet. That way, if they throw them on, I got this nigga for 50,000. He made me $100. He made me $100K in 3 weeks. Like that, they're looking for the big investments that are going to like flip.
If you're signing directly to Universal and Sony, you're getting at least $2 million.
I don't know
For sure. Yeah. For
yeah,
sure.
I would have to gamble on the two.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Now, if you're signing to a smaller label or even a sub label, yeah, you're probably getting less than that. But if you're signing to Universal and Sony, you're getting at least $2 million for sure. At least.
Well, I can't
$2
even
million.
imagine what Trippie Redd initially signed for.
I think Juice initially signed for $12 million.
Juice.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine Juice had like 2-3 hits before he was like,
Yeah.
even
Juice
signed.
signed.
and I think
All
he was
girls are the
signed.
same,
He
yeah.
was signed to No Limit, if I'm not wrong.
That's a sub label.
Yeah, he was initially
that's
like,
his management group.
yeah, he was initially
his
like
label
with him.
is UMG, but he sub label he signed to No Limit. Yeah.
I imagine.
But like that shit that niggas think they'll never see in their lives. And shit. And I think he only had a one
But
album
can you blame a
contract,
business,
dropped
though?
Goodbye Good Riddance, and then I think he re-signed for like 20 million, I believe.
Can you blame like a label for signing a nigga for like
no.
Yeah, 50
can't
racks.
blame you.
Then we recoup. Like, you can't be mad
That's how they make
when
their money.
you sign this motherfucking paper.
I can't blame
signed
you,
it.
but when it's time to battle it out and fight it out, you got to be ready. Because it seems like Ye is pretty serious about this one. It seems like he's more serious about this than the presidential shit. Don't seem like he was really that serious about. But when Ye actually gets serious about some shit, like when he was serious about starting up his clothing brand, Ye got serious. Niggas laughed at him. Niggas thought the shit wasn't going that far. Boom. $3.6 billion now. Nike put all these stumbling blocks in his way. So he was signed with Nike originally. Mm-hmm. Boom, issue here, blah, blah, blah. Problems. We're going to fight it out. I'm with Adidas now. Now we're going to run this shit up. And I think he's going to do some similar shit here.
The problem with him and Nike was Nike didn't give him full creative control.
Yeah.
So he would have stayed with Nike if Nike told him, like, yo, you're running the shit. You will draw the shoe, and that is what we will create.
And when
they were bringing him samples, and he didn't like that. He was like, I don't want samples. I want to draw the shit. They were like, you can't do that. And then he was like, yeah. I can't do what?
If there are contractual issues that you're not fucking with, figure it out, get it together. And I think he's trying to do a similar thing here. And I don't know, to the extent of the success he'll find, but this is Kanye West. This is a nigga that is worth $3.6 billion and has done it. He went from, a couple million to $3.6 billion in 5-6 years?
Proud of him.
Like, nigga really worked hard for this shit. And
Chicago bred.
like the fact that you do so much and don't get ownership is just crazy. One of his tweets were, I don't have a board seat at Gap. I don't have a board seat at Nike. Why? I mean, not at Nike, at
Adidas.
At Adidas. Like, why? Because he should.
He should. Yeah.
This nigga should have a board seat at Gap. This nigga should have a board seat at Adidas. And even if nothing gets accomplished directly, he has done enough in these Twitter rants to get people thinking, to start conversations, to start thought processes, to change people's minds, he has enough influence to do that, and I think he's done that, and I think he's started it. Whether he's the one to succeed or he's the one to finish it, I think he's just put another drop in the bucket of starting the shit. And more shit are like, this is Kanye West, and if Kanye's having this issue, I could potentially have this issue. I am having this issue, blah, 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 all this shit, and it's going to get the snowball rolling.